Hello, Aries placements. Welcome to your December 2023 reading. And we'll be doing your horoscopes for the month of December. And this is a general message. So I'll be doing a collective reading for Aries placements and I'll be taking up general messages for the signs. For those of you who don't know much about this page, this is sorry about that. So, for those of you who don't know much about this page, this is EOS 1111. Now, I have been doing tarot readings since 2019 and I have been involved in tarot and astrology since 2018. I do provide personal consultations for those of you who are interested in getting a reading done. These will be tarot based, and you will be able to find my page on Twitter where my name is EOS underscore 1111 and my Insta ID, which you'll be able to find in the description box or comment box. I'll post them there. And if you would like to have a personal reading, you can approach me on any of these platforms or you can mail me on astrogirl0810. I'll take up your consultation there and the prices will be mentioned on all of these platforms, right? And we have a family of around 6,000 people there on Twitter. So if you would like to join us, I'll be more than happy to have you as a part of our Twitter family. And mostly I'm active on Twitter, then on Instagram, and then now I'm starting to get active on YouTube. So if you would like to have readings like this more in your subscription, if you resonate with these readings as I move forward, then you can subscribe and switch the notification button on. I'll be further moving forward. I'll be posting all the December monthlies for all the readings, so you can search for your sun, moon, and rising. So, Aries could be one of those placements. You can have other placements in your top three. You can look for those readings as well on my page. Yeah. So, having said that, let's start with your reading. Now, first of all, I do believe that the situation revolving a reading when I started is very crucial. So, I had been doing the readings for Sagittarius and Leo before you, and the lights were on, everything was on, and then suddenly, when I was doing your reading, I felt the need to do it in a bit of a lower light and in this candlelight, right? So, first of all, the way I interpret it, I think prominently, I think the message that comes through for me from that particular incident is that you have to kind of focus you bring your focus inwards and focus it on one thing, right? You can reflect on how a candlelight is. You can reflect on how you can focus on one singular thing at a single time. So right now that might be your um, main message as well. Now we'll go through these cards slowly and in detail, so do not get impatient. And that was just one thing that crossed my mind, and suddenly I felt the need to calm down the lights, like do it in a candlelight, which I almost never do, but this time around I felt the need to. So maybe there's a need for some peace in your life, some calm in your life to turn down the lights or turn down the noise basically around you so that you're able to focus on things that genuinely truly matter, right? To bring back your senses to things that genuinely bring you peace. Like for me as a reader, sitting here doing your reading is what brings me peace. So you have to turn down the noise outside of you and you have to bring your focus in this month. That should be your focus, to bring back your focus towards one thing that brings you peace, one thing that brings you growth, and not to um, kind of move about in every single direction feeling confused, right? Now, that was a single thing that I wanted to point out before we start the reading. Now, I have six cards here on the deck and one overall energy. So, we will start with the overall energy for this month that came up as King of Swords for you. Now, King of Swords to me talks about having a lot of mental, um, first of all, having a lot of knowledge in the field that you're um, trying to be good at, or in the part of life that you're trying to be good at, And secondly, this is a month for you where you have to operate or perform more from your mind. I wouldn't say brain, because brain becomes a different thing altogether, but more so operate from your mind than from your heart, right? You will have ideas, you will get that creative streak, you will get um that that instance of heart as well with the Ace of Wands. But predominantly, I think this month for you is to, first of all, increase your mental capacity for the life that you're trying to live. That is one thing I'd like you to reflect on deeply. I'll say it again, to have the mental capacity for the life that you're trying to live. Okay? There is a dream in your mind, something that you have been waiting for. This could be some sort of promotion, this could be some sort of, even if you're desiring of a marriage union with somebody, right? And I see both of these things partly. We will discuss it in detail in afterwards. But first, let's talk about, there are certain things with the Two of Wands that you're trying to manifest in your life, that you are waiting on, right? Almost kind of, you have put in motion certain things either through your actions or through your desires, and you have been wanting these things to come into your life. You can see this from this card. This lady is waiting on something, right? And we're gonna discuss what these manifestations are in a bit. But right now, if you can see this woman sitting here, and we like, she has a stick up to the door and with a globe in her hand, and there is something that she has. It seems like, because wands energy in tarot talks about action, fire energy, right? So her having the stick up in her hand to me talks about something already being put in motion, right? You have already put certain things in action, in motion, and now you're awaiting the result. For a lot of you, with the Hierophant card, it could talk about having a promotion, an improvement in your job situation, or finding a better job, something that will fulfill you emotionally as well as materially. Nine of Cups talks about having been fulfilled emotionally, and because King of Swords came up here, then it definitely talks to me about something that is related to your mental realm. So that could be your career, could be your lifestyle, could be your health, anything where you have to use your mental stamina to move forward in that field, right? Now, for a lot of you, this could be even in your personal relationships. Maybe you need to be coming from a place of rationality instead of complete. So a lot of you, if you're feeling, oh, I want love, now what should I do about it? I can't do anything about it. So instead of, King of Swords does not always mean a lack of emotion, right? Two things can be true at once. You can be this person with the Ace of Wands, you can have the passion, you can be this person with the Knight of Cups, you can have this emotion, and at the same time with the King of Swords, you should know that you have to take action in a rational way. That is how an action takes place, right? You combine your desire, your mental capacity, your knowledge of whatever field it is, and you combine the action. So these three things come together. So it's not like, oh, thinking is a bad thing. If I'm thinking from my mind, it's a bad thing. If I'm coming from a place of heart, then only it's a good thing. That's not the case. In your reading itself, if you can see, all the elements of water, fire, and air has come together, and even earth in the Hierophant has come together to help you understand that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest into your life, predominantly, if it is something work related, there is a new idea, a new job with the Ace of Wands, Three of Cups, uh, probably an opportunity coming through your social circle, maybe through your friends. Maybe a lot of you might be starting something along with your friends. Could be like a creative endeavor or a business or an entrepreneurship that you are starting with the people around you, with friends or family, right? So that could be one thing, right? And so definitely, I feel that that will be coming into question, or that is, this month is when you will be finding with the Ace of Wands and Three of Cups. If it is a desire that you have been wanting to fulfill, I think it will come about in 5 to 9 weeks from here, right? But within 1 month or like 1 week to 3 weeks, you will be laying down or meeting the right people who will help you to start off with that situation. Now, a lot of you with the Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, it cannot be denied that an offer in relationship might be coming in for you. Very likely that a possibility of a loving relationship, a good loving relationship, might be coming in towards you with the Knight of Cups, an offer from somebody with the Ace of Wands, offer of love, passion. With the Hierophant, definitely this connection. Three of Cups could be somebody in your friend circle, could be somebody you already know through work or something. You are acquainted with this person, you already know this person well. A Nine of Cups, you are emotionally fulfilled in this connection. And for some of you, I do also feel like you have been trying to manifest this connection. So, if at all that, this description fits a description into your mind about somebody that you know of, I genuinely feel that that could be coming in this month for you. And for a lot of you, if you have, like you will have to resonate which person you resonate more with. Here, somebody is with the water sign, somebody who's a little more invested in this connection emotionally, and the other person is showing up as the King of Swords, and they are probably a little emotionally closed off. So, if you resonate with the person who is a bit more emotionally closed off, and this person has been trying to make their moves on you, they have been trying to subtly mention it to you that they like you, trying to offer you something. If that is your situation, I think somewhere or the other you have been even trying wanting this connection. So I would put down this facade of King of Swords and the person who is always like, you can be rational with the Hierophant, you can be rational, but at the same time you can allow for things to flourish into your life. If you see this card here, right? If you see this card here, you can see that this person is sitting at the end of a staircase, and they're not closed to the idea of moving upwards, even though they're happy where they are, right? Even though they are happy where they are, they're not completely opposed to the idea of moving upwards. So this definitely could talk about the fact that yes, rationality is important. A lot of you, maybe you're looking for serious commitments or relationships that turn into marriage, and that is your how do I say it? That is your goal in life, and that is all good. But then for that, you will have to take a step towards this person with the Ace of Wands. It will not suddenly turn from this to this, right? It will have to go from this, that is your friendship circle, to this where there's at least an intention being made or made known from your person or from yourself that yes, there's an interest, and then only it can evolve to Nine of Cups and then to Hierophant, a good relationship, a healthy relationship, and then moving to Hierophant, which is a commitment, a relationship, a marriage, basically in the long run, right? So, if at all there's a relationship or an offer on the horizon, I think it has the potential to go the long distance, to turn into something serious in the long run. That is one thing. Second thing is that a lot of you, like I said, there is some sort of creative pursuit, something specially that you have been learning, because King of Swords also talks about like maybe you're completing your masters, your higher education, something that on Hierophant also at the same time, something that you have been working towards consistently for a very long time. For a lot of you, could be 9 months even, right? 5 to 9 months that you have been consistently working towards, and the result of which you will be seeing in the upcoming 2.5 months, right? So, a promotion could be there. Maybe a lot of you are studying with the King of Swords, and finally you have the technical degree in hand, and then you're moving towards that job that will fulfill you. Or like there's been something that you're being promoted from Knight of Cups as somebody who was emotionally involved in a process to the Hierophant, who then also has the reputation and the status of somebody who's not only emotionally involved in the process but also like a learned and respected person, individual in their field. So look at it as your individual field. A lot of you might be freelancers, so maybe you finally have the experience in hand that you can use to get that status. Maybe you are finally getting the type of clientele that you have been wanting. Maybe you finally getting the promotion that you have been waiting on for a very long time. So this is overall, all in all, I'll say a very positive month, and a month for you to kind of use your, like, King of Swords, right? To use your knowledge to basically use that knowledge in a way where it can help you progress without ego. King of Swords and sometimes ego might overlap, which is why the Hierophant is here. Hierophant talks about that surrender, knowing that there is yet a divine power that is outside of you, that is ruling these things. So you cannot completely try and control every single element, only the things that are in your control. So try and focus on that. And definitely with the Nine of Cups, I feel like this will be a very emotionally fulfilling month for you. You will be also, I think, outside of everything else, you will be also getting a lot of time to hang out with your family and friends. With the Three of Cups and Ace of Wands, definitely it is the festive season. So that could be one thing. But even apart from that, I think I'm seeing you getting the opportunity to go on trips with your friends. A lot of you might be that girls' trip, boys' trip that you have been planning for a very long time. You will be able to take that, and it will be a very fulfilling experience. It doesn't have to be something romantic, it could be this as well. And Nine of Cups, you will feel fulfilled, you will feel like you're moving towards your higher purpose. Nine of Cups to the Hierophant, so you will feel like whatever you have been waiting for with the Two of Wands are finally moving towards that, or that is finally getting manifested into your life. The entire manifestation process may take a little bit longer, like I said, 2.5 months with the Nine of Cups. I do see it happening around like after two and a half, yeah, after 2.5 months. But that initial process will be started this month with December itself, and a huge part of it also, I feel, you will be able to experience in December. Within like 1 week to 5 weeks, I think you'll be able to get through good opportunities, right? So this is your messages predominantly. First of all, do not let your rational mind overlap your ego. King of Swords, your knowledge is meant to push you further down the line with Hierophant, right? So, if you will get involved in the idea of ego, that is going to lead to heartbreak. So, we do not want that. We want to use or utilize our knowledge to the best of our capacity. Do not get swept up in the ego of, oh, I know everything, so I don't have to work on anything. That is not the case, and that should not be the case. If you So that is one thing that you need to keep in mind for this month. Whatever knowledge you have accumulated over the years, that you can use to attain a higher position at work, attain finally getting out of your masters, finally getting your degree, learning more about it, right? So sorry about that, I just had to go out for a bit. Okay, so let me summarize your reading for December 2023. Aries placements, sun, moon, and rising. First of all, do not let your, yeah, let your knowledge with the King of Swords, let your knowledge guide you towards the kind of growth in career that you would like with the Hierophant. And do not let your ego run rampant this month. This is not the month for you to be getting emotional, getting into your ego. Very high possibility of that happening, so that is like, be forewarned on that end. I think it's going to be a good emotionally and financially fulfilling month for you, for a lot of you, something that you have been trying to manifest for a very long time. And this is something that you have talked to your, like, God about. This is something that you have written in your diary about. This is something that you've been trying to manifest for some time now, and I believe that this month is when, like, you will be getting that manifestation, or at least getting put on the path towards it, right? With the Ace of Wands, you will be getting the idea or mindset that will be put on the path towards that manifestation at least. And then maybe it will manifest like 2.5 months down the line, or by May of next year could be, but most likely in 2.5 months. But this month is definitely when you see the results of your prayers, of your manifestations coming true for you. A lot of you could be planning a trip with some of your friends, could be, I don't see it being like a couple's trip, more so like a friend's trip. Maybe if you're couples, if you are a couple and if you're part of a same circle, very highly possible that you meet somebody on the trip who's somebody who's a part of your friend circle, and you might click with that person, and that relationship could lead to something serious with the hierophant, lead to a marriage, lead to a long term relationship. So be mindful of that. There's a good possibility of like a relationship clicking in this month that may lead to long term connection in the future, right? And yeah, that is your reading. And if you, this is done for a collective, so if you would like to book with me as a reader, if you have resonated with this reading, so if you resonated with me as a reader, you can book a reading with me personally for your own questions. Any number of questions you can ask me. I have a Twitter page where we are a family of 6,000 people. I'd love for you to join us. And there you will be able to find my services and the respective prices. Same thing with Instagram. I would leave the links to both of these accounts in the comment section or on the description box, and you can find me there, or you can find my email ID, that is astrogirl02 0810, sorry, 0810. That will also, I'll write it down in the description box. You can reach out to me through any of these three sources, that is my Twitter, Instagram, email ID, in that order. And I'll be more than happy to get like do a reading for you in the next upcoming 3 to 4 days. I'll be posting messages for all the signs. So right now I am doing first of all fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'll be doing other signs as well. So if you're interested in watching for other signs too, you can subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you get an update soon as I post my readings. And yeah, if this message helped you out in any way, please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Your feedbacks help a lot, and your feedbacks and subscriptions help us as readers to kind of tap into your energy a little better. So if you feel like, oh, this resonated with me, the more you interact with the content, the more you will feel like the readings are getting more and more closer to your situation. And that has been the case for me as an audience, and that has been the case that I feel like as a tarot reader is very true, right? And regardless of that, this is, like I said, a collective message. So if there are certain aspects of it that do not necessarily resonate with you, that is okay. You can let that go, and you can book with me personally. And if you have any specific questions, I'll be more than happy to tackle that. And yeah, that is your reading, Aries placements. Thank you so much for giving your time to this reading. I hope it guided you and helped you in some way. Have a good day. Bye.